Yo, this is Stuttering Stan. Uh, as always, I don't know who really pays attention to my videos. If anyone has been interested to look at them and watch them in their entirety, thank you. If not, oh well, I'll live. But anyway, this video is touching on if you've heard of it, the Amber Heard and Johnny Depp case. Uh, Pretty much a quick synopsis of the case if you're not known to it. Amber Heard and Johnny Depp are both actors in Hollywood. They've been married for quite some time, or however long. And she accused him of physically abusing her. And that has painted a horrible picture on him. And of course, I'm late to give my opinion on the story. If you've already heard it, cool. If not, well, this is me just sharing my 2 cents. Anyway, they were married. Amber Heard put out there that she was abused by Johnny Depp physically, but recently he put out an audio touching on the issues that has been going on between them in their relationship, and pretty much he caught her in a lie and made her confess without realizing she was confessing to her being the abuser physically whenever they would argue, and him just being the type of man that when things start to escalate verbally, he wants to walk away. He leaves the room, he leaves the whole entire house, because he knows where it can go with her. And we men, for those men who are out there who put their hands on women, first and foremost, that's a weak ass fucking move. There's no excuse for it. And I also want to say no. Just because a man doesn't put his hands on you, ladies, that does not give you any right at all, zero, to feel as though that's your window, an opportunity to even playfully slap him or to push him over the edge to where you want him to hit you, or you take advantage of his strength in keeping his hands off of you to hit him. It's no across the board from a man or a woman's perspective. I don't want to hear that stupid shit of, oh, well, he's stronger, so he should be able to take these hits. No, because a small woman can knock out a big man if she lands a correct hit to his temple, or if she throws anything hard enough to actually knock him unconscious or kill him. So all that bullshit needs to go out the window, and people need to learn to start settling disputes as adults and not kids with excuses. But anyway, I did my little rant. Amber accused Johnny of physically abusing her. Johnny Depp, his image has been ruined in Hollywood. But when he caught her on the audio confessing to her being the abuser and him being the one that just wants to walk away, if you have been paying attention to this story, also pay attention to the way the media is not jumping on his side to clear his name. See, in society, we have become so comfortable knowing that a man is going to be the big bad wolf, and we as men have to take ownership of that image, because we have pretty much painted that for ourselves. Not all men, but the majority who have those ways in them. It doesn't matter if you're from the Caribbeans, you're American, you're a European, African, Asian, German, it doesn't matter. The fact is, men across the board should never put their hands on a woman, and a woman across the board should never have to put her hands on a man or even attempt him, because there are some females out there who have been raised or enjoy trying to push a man to that point, and to me, that if you're with a woman like that, walk away from her now. It doesn't care how good the sex is, how good she can cook, how good you feel that she pleases you in that time of need. Walk away from a toxic woman like that. And ladies, walk away from an abusive man who feels as though the only way he can show love is by choking you. That's crazy. But anyway, Johnny Depp caught her in her lie, and I find it unbelievable how when the man is able to flip the narrative and show that he is the one being abused, mistreated, all the major stations do not want to expound on and clear the air. They want to keep it hush, leave it to people who do YouTube clips, who actually want to follow the story in its entirety and put out the truth. But they seem to only care the most when it's a woman, but when it comes back that the woman was lying, the man doesn't get nothing. Or, he might get we're sorry from one or two major or subpar news stations, and they are supposed to speak for all the rest, but as a majority, they don't really care to say anything. And it's unfortunate because this is not new. If you look at almost all Hollywood movies, even dating back to when stuff was still in black and white, a woman will be slapping a man in the damn face. And it's supposed to be okay because he has to stand there and be strong and take it. Excuse me, but that's also wrong. That shit is also way wrong. And although I am for equality for men and women across the board, ladies, I'm gonna put it like this: if you know you're threatening a man by spreading lies of him physically harming you, and you feel as though that you were so scared that you have to concoct this lie and put it out there, but you're not scared enough to walk away from him or leave that type of a relationship, and you feel as though that it's not working for you, so you want to just make up something, get out of the damn relationship. Don't sit there and try to threaten him by saying, I'm going to tell them this, and because I know how the system works, I'm going to be okay. Because if you're truly for equality, then if you lie, you should get the same time that I was going to get if I was truly the abuser and you were the victim. If you're really for equality and female rights, then you should have the right to remain silent and serve your time the same way I would have, because it's fucked up that when the woman lie, 9 times out of 10 she doesn't serve no time. She doesn't get into no type of trouble. But if a man is caught and the story comes out that it's truly his fault, he gets the book thrown at him. But if it's a woman, nah, she gets depending on how she could cry in front of a jury or try to recant her statement and still try to seem innocent or keep it as though she is the victim, the media would eat it up and let her go and leave it alone. And the man just has to learn to move on and just be strong. And one thing I always hate to hear is that men should suck it up. To me, that's utter bullshit, because if women are going to continue talking about equality, then treat them with equal rights. Equal rights. If you want to be equal, then if you lie, you should get the same punishment that I would have gotten if the story was true. Because accusing a man of that is an extreme crime. Um, and that's pretty much how I feel about that case. I think Amber Heard should be held accountable at the highest level for her accusations, especially if she's gonna, well, at the time before at the time before the audio came out exposing her, she was up there with all the women talking about you should be strong, you should leave your oppressor, and you should stick together. When unbeknownst to all of them, she was the one physically hitting him when all he wants to do is, when things get heated, walk away. And ladies, do not chase a man who's trying to walk away from you. Let this man walk out that house and cool down. Take that time to cool your head yourself. Because chances are, you keep jumping in his face and pulling him back from the door, you're only enticing him, unfortunately, to give you what you want. You want this confrontation, and then when he reacts in the way that you want him to be, now all of a sudden you're terrified. You're ready to scream, "He hit me!" And most cases will, and this is for anyone in a heated moment. If two men are arguing and one walks off and the other pulls his shoulder, and the one that is walking off turns around and flails his arm, yes, you will hit that person. So ladies, if you do that to a man and he turns around and flails his arm, chances are he will hit you. It will not be with a full force, but because he didn't want to. It's just his reaction to shrug you off, and you're relentless on getting him to stay when clearly he just wants to get away from you to cool the fuck down. So, ladies, if you're listening to this, please stop doing that to men. That is unfair, and that is to me, I take it as a violation of you interrupting my mindset to get away from a toxic situation. Like, you want me to stay in that moment with you versus me trying to walk away to cool myself down. So, ladies, if the man wants to walk away, let him walk away. Take that as a sign of him trying to give you your time to cool off as well. So that's my whole thing on the Amber Heard and Johnny Depp case. I hope she gets what she deserves for lying and trying to tarnish his name. And hopefully, hell, if this can clear his name, put his ass back in the Pirates of the Caribbean movie, because he's the only person that can play Jack Sparrow. So that's pretty much how I feel about this. Y'all have a good day. Thank you for listening. Stutter and Stand out.